A glimpse into the life of the sage of the new era, Pandit Shri Ram Sharma Acharya. Book name Yug Drashta Ka Jeevan Darshan. Pandit Shri Ram Sharma Acharya, born as Shri Ram Sharma, was an Indian freedom fighter nicknamed Shri Ram Mat, social reformer, writer, philosopher, spiritual researcher, and patron founder of the socio-spiritual organization named All World Gayatri Parivar. A devotee of Gayatri, the Indian goddess of wisdom, his notable works include writing more than 3,200 books during his lifetime, establishment of research center Brahmavarchas to synthesize science with spirituality, establishing of Shanti Kunjashram for moral and spiritual awakening, and propounding and propagating a mass movement called Yug Nirman Yojana, the change of an era basis evolution of entire humanity, to raise human consciousness to a higher, nobler plane. Birth to childhood 1911 to 1925. Shri Ram Sharma was born in the village of Awalkheda in Agra district of Uttar Pradesh, India, into a pious and well-to-do family of religious preacher Shri Roop Kishore Sharma ji and Mata Dan Kuvri Devi ji. Shri Ram had an inclination towards spiritual endeavors from childhood and often used to have such discussions with his friends. Himalayas fascinated him, and at the age of 10, he once started off for Himalayas saying that it was his home, but was brought back later by family members. He was said to be self-reliant and had special love for the downtrodden. One such incident involved him being ostracized from his village home for serving an untouchable old leper woman. He is said to have inspired the fellow villagers to be self-reliant by taking up and learning tasks like weaving, etc. During his childhood, he was initiated to Gayatri Mantra, a religious chant, by Indian freedom fighter Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. Initiation of spiritual journey 1926. It is said that Sri Ram experienced a spiritual awakening in the morning of the 5th day of Vasant month, a Hindu calendar month, in 1926. He is said to have met Swami Sarveshwaranand, an ancient monk and yogi based out of Himalayas, on that day during his morning prayers. Swami Sarveshwaranand supposedly made Sri Ram realize about his past births and also explained the purpose behind his present birth. He is said to have given him 5 directions for life. Number 1. Perform penance for 24 years while chanting 2.4 million Gayatri mantras each year and consuming only buttermilk and barley bread. Number 2. Light a lamp and see to it that the flame doesn't extinguish. Number 3. Undertake several journeys to Himalayas for intermittent guidance and penance. Number 4. Work on the merger of science and spirituality. And number 5. Exemplify married life as an effective enabler for spiritual endeavors. Participating as Shri Ram Mat in Indian freedom movement 1928 to 1933. On the nationwide call for participation in the Indian freedom movement by Mahatma Gandhi, Shri Ram began his participation in India's freedom struggle and joined Indian National Congress in 1930 against the wishes of his family, and was sentenced to a 6-month rigorous imprisonment for 6 times in the period between 1928 to 1933. He was nicknamed Shri Ram Mat by his fellow freedom fighters after a particular incident in Agra district when he was beaten unconscious by police but still clung to the Indian national flag through his teeth. Mat in Hindi means overpowered by an intense emotion. He is said to have learned a lot while in his tenure in jails in the company of other noticeable freedom fighters. A prominent one being the concept of taking a handful of grains from everyone for freedom movement so as to make it a very participatory movement basis ownership. Sri Ram had also shown an inclination to write during his years as a freedom fighter and regularly wrote articles and revolutionary songs under the pen name Mat Pralap in the local newspaper Sainik, published by Sri Krishna Datta Paliwal. The intent was to fire up the masses and energize the revolution around India's freedom movement. Beginning of thought transformation movement with literary or journalism endeavors 1937 onwards. Sri Ram had shown an inclination to write during his years as a freedom fighter, and the same inclination made him write a lot many books and publish magazines that revolved around social awakening, women empowerment, family and societal reconstruction, keeping religion and spiritual teachings as a basis. He started publishing a monthly magazine called Akhand Jyoti in 1940 that has been still publishing till date. The magazine revolves around the practical aspects of spirituality in daily life to make it better and around the merger of science with spirituality. Several other magazine publications like Yug Nirman Yojana and Pragya Abhiyan Pakshek with focus on family or society affairs and women empowerment were started gradually by him. On the literary front, Sri Ram wrote extensively and authored more than 3,200 books on topics ranging from science and spirituality, health and fitness, yoga and meditation, life management, changing times, family relationships, philosophy, Indian culture, self-help, social improvement and specific books for teenagers and children. Sri Ram also wrote treatises on the Indian scriptures including the 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, 6 Darshans, 18 Puranas, Brahman, Aranyaks, etc. and had also initiated a new scripture called Pragya Puran in 4 volumes to inspire masses. His focus was society development through the family and personal development channel. Establishment of global movement Gayatri Parivar 1953 to 1971. After completing the series of 24 years of Gayatri Sadhana as mandated by his guide Swami Sarveshwaranand, Sri Ram conducted a series of mass yagya in Mathura, India in the 1950s. The 108 Kund Gayatri Yagya in 1953, Narmed meaning committing one's entire self for humanity's service, Narmed Yagya of 1956 and 1008 Kund Gayatri Yagya in 1958. These series of mass yagyas paved way for creation of Gayatri Parivar or disciples who started following Sri Ram's message. This was also the beginning of creation of many ideological and socially useful institutions and endeavors like establishment of Yug Nirman Vidyalay, a school in Mathura dedicated to training around self-reliance and small cottage industries, establishment of Dan Kuvari Inter College, now a degree college, along with the Gayatri Shakti Peeth or a devotion, activity or training center in Awalkheda, Agra. As a symbolic gesture of unity of all religions, water and soil from 2,400 pilgrimage centers was collected. By 1971, about 6,000 Gayatri Shakti Peeths were established all over India, and the consummation was done by conducting 5 mass 1008 Kund Yagyas across India. Sri Ram also continued with the writing endeavors during this time. Between 1960 and 1961, he translated the entire Indian scriptures including the 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, 6 Darshanas, 18 Puranas, Brahman, Aranyaks, etc. in simple and easy to understand language for the masses. On the literary front, Sri Ram continued to author books and articles that ranged from science and spirituality, health and fitness, yoga and meditation, life management, changing times, family relationships, philosophy, Indian culture, self-help, social improvement, and specific books for teenagers and children. He had also initiated a new scripture called Pragya Puranas in 4 volumes to inspire masses. His focus was society development through the family and personal development channel. The number of members in Gayatri Parivar till now had reached in lakhs, and his disciples revered and called Sri Ram as Guruji and his wife Srimati Bhagwati Devi Sharma as Mataji. In 1971, Sri Ram and his disciples left Mathura to settle in Haridwar at a place called Sapta Sarovar Ghat near the bank of river Ganges and established an ashram called Shantikunj. Shantikunj period 1971 to 1990. Shantikunj ashram was constructed between 1969 and 1971 with the aim of creating a living model of India's ancient Rishi Parampara or lifestyle of ancient sages in view of the contemporary world. Shantikunj acted as a bedrock of training and empowering women and became the starting point for publishing of a magazine on women empowerment called Mahila Jagriti Abhiyan in 1975. At a distance of about 1 kilometer from Shantikunj, a first of its type of research center called Brahmavarchas was established in 1979 with the vision of conducting experiments on the relationship between science, spirituality, and India's ancient Vedic traditions. The research center consists of well-equipped laboratories along with researchers for various experiments like mantra or chants and the effect of their vibrations on psychological aspects. During this period, about 2400 Pragya Sansthanas or centers of intellect and wisdom were established all over India. Sri Ram travelled extensively outside India between 1981 and 82. Journey to the Himalayas. Sri Ram had undertaken various journeys to Himalayas throughout his life at the call of his guru, Swami Sarveshwaranand. These journeys varied from a few months to even a year and were spread between 1927 to 1971. The destination of these visits was in the upper reaches of Himalayas at a place called Nandanavan. The objective behind these journeys was to take guidance on the next steps as well as recharge the self in nature's lap. Swami Sarveshwaranand supposedly also made Sri Ram meet other sages that lived in the higher realms of Himalayas to take up the tasks that they wished to be accomplished, like revival of Rishi tradition in India along with the Vedic lines in conjunction with the present reality of the times. This guidance translated into the literature, mass social reform movements, and establishment of centers of scientific spirituality and research all across India and the world. Interestingly, the first of these journeys was also supposedly a test of Sri Ram's endurance, willpower, and perseverance by Swami Sarveshwaranand. Sri Ram has written vividly about this journey in his book called Sunsan Ke Sehchar or Companions in Solitude. Life regime or tap. As guided by his guru, Swami Sarveshwaranand, Sri Ram was mandated to do a lot of penance to gain inner strength required to accomplish the objective and the tasks around it. This led Sri Ram to lead an austere ascetic life throughout, performing the 24 Gayatri Mahapurushcharanas, chanting of 2.4 million Gayatri mantras in a year, that is, living on minimal vegetarian food and making it a regime in life. Sri Ram supposedly divided his time such that chanting and literature writing was done before sunrise every day, and the rest of the day was spent meeting with people and working on mass movements and activities around them. One of the oft repeated messages that he abided by was, "As you sow, so shall you reap," by his guru, and he conveyed the same to his disciples. In the 1980s, Sri Ram went into an extended period of sadhana called as Sukshmikaran sadhana, where he essentially did not meet people for a few years and just continued to write and generate more energy to fight the vices. teachings and philosophy, the 20 vows. Sri Ram emphasized that the transformation of an entire era is in the offing, and though the current times are tumultuous, with efforts of all humanity, we shall enter into a phase soon, and everyone should work towards that better tomorrow. Sri Ram propounded that the guiding principle in this journey is a simple chain that starts from transformation of a single person, transformation of the family, then, and finally transformation of the society at large. In this transformation, true spirituality is very helpful as it cuts across religions and sects and motivates human beings into righteous actions. To make it simple and understandable for the masses, Sri Ram came up with a set of 20 vows that became the preamble of all the members of his Gayatri Parivar. Number 1. To consider dutifulness and deism as religious duty in human life. Number 2. To consider body as God's temple and take care of its health through self-control and regularity. Number 3. To consider mind as human life's centerpiece and keep it pure and clean. Number 4. To make good reading and discourse a habit in order to keep mind away from bad thoughts and ill will. Number 5. To consider oneself as an integral part of the society and consider everyone's interest as one's own interest. Number 6. To give more importance to collective interest than self-interest and self-happiness. Number 7. To consider the following traits as the real currency and continuously strive to increase the same regularly: humanity, morality, righteousness, courteousness, kindness, affinity, parity, patience, and laboriousness. Number 8. To be proactive in doing penance, self-control, reading good books, and taking care of others. Number 9. To create an environment of sweetness, cleanliness, simplicity, and gentleness around ourselves. Number 10. To give more weightage to reasoning rather than following rituals. Number 11. To be ready to accept failure while on path of fairness, then success through unfair means. Number 12. To assess a person through the good thoughts and work rather than successes, capabilities and fame. Number 13. To live a life to service others then servicing self. Number 14. To use a part of our time, influence, knowledge and efforts and money regularly for spreading virtues in the world. Number 15. To not treat others the way we don't want to be treated ourselves. Number 16. To earn only through honesty and self-work. Number 17. To fulfill our duty of being a faithful husband and faithful wife diligently. Number 18. To believe that every human being is the master of his or her destiny. Number 19. To believe that if we become pure ourselves and help others in excellence, the world will surely change for the better. Number 20. To believe that our above vows will definitely be successful. His works. Sri Ram initiated a lot of movements to achieve the larger goal of mass consciousness. His primary movement was upliftment of the masses by making use of the spiritual and religious paradigm, but not limited to any particular sect. These included resurrection of science behind Gayatri Mantra and making it available for all, revival of the practice of Yajna along with its philosophical teachings and science and taking it back to the masses, sowing seeds of thought transformation of the masses through literature in the form of books, magazines and translations, women empowerment and upliftment, development of good practices at family level, life management, raising voice against draconian traditions, de-addiction, special focus on villages in India, self-reliance training programs, moral education of children through Bal Sanskar Shala, mobile village medicinal program, raising voice against vulgarity, etc. Much of Sri Ram's work inspiration was about modernization of works done by earlier Indian rishis and extending the same to the masses in a contemporary manner. Yoga. or Rishi Patanjali. Patanjali was a sage who supposedly conducted several researches and experiments on sciences of yoga in ancient India and proved human body was a storehouse of energy and those centers could be awakened through yoga. Sri Ram imparted trainings of Hatha Yoga, Kaya Kalp, asanas and pranayam as a mass movement. Yagya, the tradition of Yagyavalkya. Yagyavalkya was a sage at Triyugi Narayan, India and had undertaken research around Yagya and its efficacy in promoting health of living beings and vegetation and environment. The research on the same was extended by Sri Ram in the Brahmavarchas Research Institute through a laboratory equipped with scientific equipments and to spread the knowledge around it. Gayatri Mantra by Rishi Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was an ancient Indian rishi who is credited to be a big devotee and researcher of Gayatri Mantra. Sri Ram based his own penance around it and the same was followed by disciples in Shantikunj and elsewhere. Sri Ram wrote extensively about the meaning of the mantra and initiated research around its power of sound and vibrations. Gurukul legacy, Rishi Jamdagni. The concept of training students in morality and virtues through penance was a practice of ancient India, and Jamdagni was one of the ancient rishi imparting it in India. The same was continued in a contemporary manner by Sri Ram through Gurukul Vidyalaya and Yug Shilpi Vidyalaya at Shantikunj. Inspirational storytelling by Rishi Narad. Writer's guidance through stories, discourses and music was an ancient Indian practice and Rishi Narad was supposed to be one of the earliest ones to use it effectively. Sri Ram took it forward through Yug Nirman Music Training School at Shantikunj where the trainees would then go about to different locations in the country to spread the message. Awakening through religious institutions by Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya was a sage in the medieval period of India and is credited for integrating different cultures and awakening the masses by establishing religious institutions in the four corners of the country. Sri Ram endeavored to follow a similar path by establishing thousands of Gayatri Shakti Peeths and Pragya Peeths across India. Food and its effect on mind by Rishi Pippalad. Rishi Pippalad was an ancient rishi of India who conducted various experiments around the effect of food on mind at Rishikesh in India. Much of the experiments were done on himself, it is said. Sri Ram also did similar experiments on himself while undertaking his sadhana for 24 Mahapurush Charans and the same continued for disciples in Shantikunj. Sri Ram wrote extensively on food and its effects. Scientific Spirituality by Rishi Kanad. Rishi Kanad was a sage who supposedly researched about scientific aspects of spirituality according to the texts of Indian scriptures Atharva Ved. Sri Ram had endeavored the same to continue through Brahmavarchas Research Center and now continuing through Deva Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya and individually through Gayatri Parivar members. Ayurveda and Herbal Medicine by Rishi Charak. Charak was a rishi in ancient India who had undertaken research on rare medicinal plants that could help healing. He used to operate it out of Kedarnath region in India. New research on this ancient science was taken forward by Sri Ram in terms of chemical analysis of the ingredients and the qualities of rare plants at Shantikunj. A garden of rare medicinal plants was also created in this regard. The consultation regarding the same was carried forward at free of cost, and formulation and establishment was provided to the economically backward so that they could use the same for small production and earning. Literature writing by Rishi Vyas. It is said that the great Rishi Vyas had written Puranas, the earliest of the Indian scriptures, for the betterment of the society for practical use. Continuing on the tradition, Sri Ram devoted a lot of time to write books on contemporary lines for solutions of present problems and also translated and gave commentary on most of the ancient Indian scriptures including all of Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads and Darshan along with Gita, Aranyak and Brahmanas. Literary endeavors. Realizing the potential of inspiring literature and its relevance in the present era of intellectual evolution, Sri Ram chose writing as a principal medium towards uprooting evil tendencies and blind faith from people's minds and arousing the indwelling wisdom, strength, and spiritual bliss. He called this revolution as Vichara Kranti, translated as Thought Revolution. He initiated this revolution with his first book, Main Kya Hoon, translated as Who Am I? On the knowledge of real self and starting of a monthly magazine on moral and spiritual science, Akhand Jyoti, in 1939. Sri Ram wrote about 3,200 books in Hindi on almost all topics concerning human life. His style of writing consisted of logical arguments, authentic references, illustrations, and experiences flowing into comprehensive discussions to engage the readers. His literature was well received by people from different intellectual and psychological backgrounds. His complete works are being published in 108 large volumes called Vangmaya. Books written. Sri Ram wrote extensively about a lot of subjects with the aim of putting up a simple and practical approach towards life to make it better for entire humanity, irrespective of any faith or sect that the person may belong to. An avid reader himself, Sri Ram's daily regime consisted of writing extensively, and he supposedly devoted about 2 to 4 hours every day in the morning penning down his thoughts for more than 50 years. His only aim was to spread the practical knowledge to as many people as possible, and therefore all the books were sold at cost price or even lower. The same purpose is exhibited by his organization, where all the 3,200 books are available to read online and absolutely free. The books written by him fall under the following categories: Science and Spirituality, with the following topics: Science of Worship, Science Behind Religion, Scientific Spirituality, Intellectual Development, Art of Self-Realization, Self-Transformation, Inner Potential, Inner Awakening, Devotion, and Spiritual Stories. Health and Fitness, the subtopics being Herbal Medicine, Science Behind Fasting, Food Habits, Psychology, Alternative Medicine, Holistic Health. Yoga and Meditation, with subtopics Philosophy of Yoga, Yoga and Pranayam, Meditation. Life Management, with subtopics Art of Living, Peace and Happiness, Human Dignity. Transformation of the Era, with subtopics Need for Change, Thought Revolution, Advent of the New Era. Family Relationships, with the subtopics Parenting, Marriage and Relationships. Philosophy, with the subtopics Law of Karma, Atheism, Life and Death, Soul Journey, Metaphysics. Indian Culture, with the subtopics Indian Culture and Philosophy, Yagya, Gayatri, Mentors and Group Tradition, Developing Sanskars or Pious Habits, Scriptures and Prayers. Self-Help, with the subtopics Willpower and Mind Power, Stress Management, Mental Balance, Fighting Depression, Personality Refinement, Motivation. Social Improvement, with the subtopics Women Empowerment, Challenging Unreasonable Traditions, Village Development, National Development, Education and Self-Reliance. Books for Teenagers and Children, with the subtopics Physical and Moral Strength, Student Life, Parenting, Moral Stories. Translation of Indian Scriptures. Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya initiated the movement of Vichar Kranti or the Thought Revolution with the very first issue of Akhand Jyoti. By 1960, he had compiled and translated the 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, 6 Darshans, 18 Puranas, Yoga Vasishtha and various Aranyaks and Brahmans with lucid commentaries to enable the masses to understand the knowledge contained in them. The translation was also aimed at eliminating misconceptions, superstitions and blind customs which were propagated in the medieval era by misinterpretations of the Vedas and other scriptures. This contribution to the world of knowledge and human culture was highly acclaimed, and appreciated by scholars like Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Acharya Vinoba Bhave. The distinguished title of Vedmurti was conferred upon him in its recognition. Along with this, with a view to providing practical solutions to the problems of present day life, Sri Ram also wrote a series of Pragya Puranas, a novel creation in which the philosophy of Upanishads have been explained in simple and an easily understandable style through the medium of tales and stories. Journals and magazines. Sri Ram published various monthly magazines that catered to the needs of the spiritual and moral upliftment of its readers. The first magazine that he started publishing was called Akhanda Jyoti, or the translation, A Flame That Can't Be Extinguished. In 1940, that has been publishing from then till today. The magazine revolves around the practical aspects of spirituality in daily life to make it better and around the merger of science with spirituality. Several other magazine publications like Yug Nirvan Yojana and Pragya Abhiyan Pakshik with focus on family, society and women empowerment were launched respectively. The modus operandi that Sri Ram told the readers was to read the magazine and then give it to 5 more people to read the same, so that the book reaches as many people as possible. Another principle that was followed to have no ads in any literature and still keep the subscription at cost to cost basis. All publications are still running and are published in various Indian and global languages. Established institutions. Shantikunj. As a headquarter of the all-world Gayatri Parivar, Shantikunj Ashram was established by Sri Ram as a unique center and fountainhead of the global movement of Yug Nirvan Yojana, or the movement of the reconstruction of the entire era. Visitors of all faiths and linkages visit this sacred center for their spiritual upliftment. Several training programs for reinstatement of moral, cultural and ethical values, integration of various faiths and sects into one common thought process, and reinvigorating youth for meaningful activities are regularly taken up here. Shantikunj acts as a center for guidance and initiation of various activities around social reforms, psychosocial engineering, disaster management, inculcating self-reliance, rural development, revival of ancient Indian culture, scientific research in Ayurveda, women empowerment and so on. Many of these activities flow out through a vast network of 4,000 plus Shakti Peeths or Pragya Peeths, which are centers of knowledge and spirituality, 25,000 Pragya Sansthans or the centers of intellect, and 30,000 Swadhyay Mandals or book study groups. Brahmavarchas Research Center. The Brahmavarcha Shodh Sansthan or the Research Center of Shantikunj was established by Sri Ram in 1979 at Haridwar, India. A one of its kind center, the objective of this establishment was to research and find integration of the modern science and ancient wisdom in a practical way. The major areas of research and experiment here include Ayurveda and Yagyopathy, holistic psychology, science of mantras and its therapeutic application, yoga and the science behind spirituality, herbal medicine, yoga sadhana, yagya, gayatri sadhana, panchakarma, etc., and their effects on humans' physiology and environment. This center houses well-equipped laboratories related to hematology, biochemistry, neurophysiology, cardiology, phytochemistry, psychometry, yagyopathy, etc. Apart from its own team of doctors, engineers, scientists, researchers and philosophers, the center has an engaging interaction with the hospital, Ayurvedic pharmacy and yoga labs at Shantikunj and other hospitals and universities in and around Haridwar. Distinguished researchers, professors and other experts visit the center regularly. Gayatri Ashram Mathura. Gayatri Tapobhumi or the place of penance is located in Mathura, India and was established by Sri Ram in 1950 at the conclusion of his 24 Gayatri Mahapurushrans. The ever flourishing seed of all world Gayatri Parivar were sown here. This was the center for Sri Ram's program around self-reliance, education and literary publications. Sri Ram also supposedly initiated his Yug Nirman Yojana, or the transformation of the era, here. Akhand Jyoti Publication Center, Mathura. Akhand Jyoti Sansthan is located in Mathura, India. This is the place where Sri Ram lived for about 3 decades and completed most of his Mahapurushrans, that is, reciting 2.4 million Gayatri mantras in a year, and participated in India's freedom struggle and launched the magazine Akhand Jyoti, which now serves as the main publication center for the same. The magazine, along with its translated versions, has over 1 million subscribers and runs without any ads, just like all other magazines. Dev Sanskriti University, Haridwar. Sri Ram envisioned a university of modern India that imparts value education and has the potential to awaken the masses through the youth that comes out of it. He drew parallel to the ancient Indian universities of Takshila, Magad and Nalanda that had acted as a bedrock for the mass movements and spiritual awakening along with the contemporary knowledge. With this basis, the Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya came into existence in the year 2002 after the seed of the same having been sown by Srimati Bhagwati Devi Sharma, the wife of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. The university is recognized by University Grant Commission India under the 1956 Act Section 2F, has also been duly certified by ISO 9001:2015 and accredited by NAAC. The vision of the university is to unite contemporary education with spiritual training to cultivate well-rounded, competent, personally uplifted graduates who possess a scientifically grounded understanding and experience of spiritual transformation and possess a powerful drive to use their gifts to promote the greater good of society. The subjects taught in the university include Indology, Humanities, Social Sciences, Technology, Communications, Management, Biological Sciences, Yoga and Health, Indian Languages, Music, Rural Studies, Tourism and many more at undergraduate, postgraduate and doctorate levels. Quotations and lectures, awards and recognitions. Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya was recognized as Light of India in All Religion Meeting in Ludhiana in 1964. Recognized as member of India's esteemed Sanskrit Parishad from 1976. Commemoration of stamp in his memory by Indian Post was initiated on 27 June 1991. He was a member of the National Committee for Ayurveda Development in India and was given the responsibility of training health workers in Shantigunj for the same. He was recognized as a training center for social education, personality development and scout guiding by the government for Shantigunj. He was a member of World Religious Parliament and was also a consultant for the natural disaster management.